Welcome to episode 314 of the Sndpodcast show.
The
What's going on,
depressing
boys?
episode.
This
Is it really
episode,
depressing? Is it though? Like we
no,
knew
we're
it
at
was
the
happening.
point. We're at the point where it's basically going to be like our COVID episodes. We have nothing to talk about, so we're going to find random crap to make lists of.
And tonight's the night. If you're a Giant and Met fan, tonight is for you.
I
A
was
Giant and Met fan.
I think I got sucked into the rhetoric because I was like, once they advanced
JJ Redick.
I got sucked into the nonsense that they were spewing, because there was two things.
You mean the 2 a.m. nonsense that they were spewing? That
the
they
fact
were.
that they're up to 3 and anybody's up
I
to
woke
3 in the
up
morning.
when I woke up at 5:30 and I saw the craziness, like everything I missed on Twitter, that whole 3-hour span.
Right.
Like, whoa.
Knicks are tied, by
Did
the
we
way,
get a
man.
deal or not? Did we get a deal or not? And then
It
no.
was done at 3 a.m. What happened between 3 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Tuesday? Nobody knows. Or
The
Monday,
fact-
whatever.
Right. The fact that it
Tuesday.
got to 3 a.m. And then also the fact, and I tweeted this, they got the things were being discussed, like the banning the shift, or I was like,
Right.
if we're at the shift, everything else is done. If Max Scherzer's sitting there going, I don't want to pitch with a shift, then everything else important is over. But
Did you see that it came out that like people don't like Scherzer?
It said,
Whatever.
I don't know if they don't like him. They said he negotiates hard. Have you met the guy? He
He's
fought an
insane.
umpire because he was trying to check his belt. I mean,
Right.
what do you expect?
The guy
You
has
know
two
what?
different colored
Crazy.
eyes. What do you expect to happen?
I think it's also sad that him and Noah Syndergaard were the only two like key names in that whole press conference of the Players Association.
That is,
Well,
I,
you got to get the guys
Noah
who speak
was there?
English. All the rest of the guys don't speak English.
No, I'm talking about yesterday when they did the press conference. They
Right,
had a
yeah,
photo.
yeah,
was weird.
okay. They took a photo. I didn't recognize anybody but Max. I didn't even notice Noah was in the picture.
Yeah, Noah is in the back center.
Steven, the only Spanish guy in the crew that I can think of was
Lindor.
Frankie. That's it. Zach Britton's there. Andrew Miller's there.
Whatever happened to every team just gets one player?
Well, it's not. Well, okay.
That's
So
next.
what's up? Steve?
Oh, we're holding off till the end for your list. We're making sure we get a whole
Wait.
the whole time for this for you.
I have a question. I don't know.
We also didn't break the news, Vincent.
That's locked out.
No,
What's-
Vincent has big news, and of course, the day after
Oh.
it happened, this is as bad as me becoming.
Wait,
a
no.
Giants
First
fan
off,
to
it
get older.
started the day of. By the way, I'm putting it
Okay,
on
wait.
record that it started
Let
the
me
day
finish. Let me finish my
Sorry,
statement.
sorry.
of. Fine, yeah.
first.
Finish the baseball talk.
Okay,
Finish
finish baseball talks. You say this is nothing to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. The fact Max obviously just got signed, so the fact that him and Lindor are both there, they've always been high up in the union stuff.
Yeah, but I always thought it was one player per team type
Right.
of thing. Like the
So I
NHL
don't
is
know-
one player per team.
Who technically will be their union rep? Because it was Conforto.
Right.
Well, you want to get technical. The biggest name is Scherzer, so we'd all assume that.
Yeah,
would
but
be
Scherzer was
Right.
that guy for like every team he's
So
been on.
I don't know
so.
if it matters though. Like I think that like his position high
Because
up in the union.
I
sure
think he's
Nimmo's
like the
pretty
next
high
guy
up,
below
too.
Tony Clark. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I think.
Right.
That's what I've been thinking.
And I'm sure Nimmo's always been pretty high about that.
Yeah, because it's like
yeah, haven't seen him at all this week.
well, the whole player rep thing seemed to be, and I think I talked about this before. It seemed to be like a thing like nobody wanted to do. Like David did it because he had to, but then he gave it to like Murph, and then Murph made Conforto do it. So like it wasn't like a team voted thing. Maybe it could have been a team voted thing. I don't know. But
It's like last
that-
straw, basically.
Right,
Not
well,
like,
like
all right,
that-
this is what you got to do.
that Brody video that I retweeted, Danny.
Yeah,
like
I was gonna ask you. Well, I don't remember that.
okay, so that was the Mets and the Marlins didn't want to. It was during the COVID season, and they had
yes.
There was another,
BLM.
yeah. It was one of
BML.
those when Dom kneeled, and then they came out for the game. They did the national anthem, and then they went back in and didn't play the game.
Right.
And that was like the NBA canceled. I forgot what obviously it wasn't George Floyd, but I don't remember what the incident was at the time. Anyway,
something later than it was
in
something
that-
else beyond the George.
it
It
was
was
the
like
one
the second one. I don't remember.
It was like the
case,
one
unfortunately.
on the side street. I can't believe I don't remember the fucking guy's name.
Anywho,
In that video, Brody says Conforto is going to talk to their guy. So that's the only reason I knew that he was the player rep.
Well, this. Oh,
Well,
okay. Now I
we
remember
knew
what it
it
was.
'cause
It
they
was
mentioned it.
I don't
Right.
remember the exact situation, but it was also the situation where the NHL took 2 days off.
Right.
The
It was
NBA
that
took a
whole
couple days.
area.
Yeah, it was when all the leagues
Right.
were
Yeah,
back
there
up
was
and running,
another
and they were all
police
just like,
brutality.
There was a police
in-
brutality incident, and I don't remember the name of the victim, unfortunately. So
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, where did we go with that?
okay. So you became a
Oh, yeah.
now speaking of union,
Yeah,
fucking
you're
asshole.
pro union now.
You're,
I mean,
well,
pro
well, he is.
owners
I mean,
now.
in all fairness, he was for like a year now. He's been a part of a union.
Yeah,
true.
So it's weird. You're part player.
Are you
part
side
owner?
Are you side owners now for this baseball? Now that you are a point
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm losing my breath. Sorry. -1% owner of the Packers.
I honestly would like to do the math of what percentage of the stock sale I put in.
Like, how
When
much
it
is
comes-
it? Is it over or under $500?
300.
It was. It
300?
came out to 335 because there's a fee or something.
Shit, I should become a Packers
I-
owner.
What's
Everyone
the
can.
thing? Like,
I know.
I thought it was over, right? I was texting Steven about this, and I even probably said on the show that it was over because I thought they hit the mark of what they wanted. Apparently, they didn't. Like, at least not yet. So,
Right, because I remember bringing it up to you because I'll tell you the truth, we were talking about getting it for you for Christmas. Like, all of us were gonna chip in, we were gonna get it for you and be like, here you go, because you didn't want to do it at first.
I didn't.
When it first came out, you were like, whatever. So I was like, let's put some money in there, and then boom.
So I thought it was over, and then one of the Packer guys tweeted it out, and I was like, let me look at this. And I was like, I've spent $300 on worst souvenirs in total. Like, if you add it all up,
The Willy Wonka gold ticket that he's gonna
I
get
got
in the mail.
like fucking 8 of these souvenir cups or whatever from Citi Field. That like was up $300 at some point.
For all the shit you bought at Citi Field,
right. I mean, there's
for the 2 meals you bought at the July game we went to.
Right. There's a Noah Syndergaard signed baseball sitting back there. I mean, I think that was only like $20, but because it was
all the random grab bags that we bought at.
It's a grab bag. So it was a good value that what I got at the time. But now it's just fucking sitting there. But yeah, so you really, it's very simple. You fill out some information. I got the certificate and I got a letter. For whatever the letter. I didn't read the fucking letter.
Did you get a guideline rule book? Like,
I didn't get a rule book. I did read the whole fucking there's like a whole back thing that's like, this is not transferable and you don't make any money. If the team goes under, you don't get any money back. And it's like, I wasn't expecting anything.
So let's see. Since your owner, the fullback left, Rogers got Zend. Fucking crazy bastard went and got
I don't know what the hell
bathed in salts or whatever.
Yeah.
Psychopath got salt bathed. But did they come out today or yesterday? The GM said that they gave him a deadline.
I think yesterday. LaFleur could talk today too, and he said he's trying not to annoy him, but he's keeping in touch. I was like, that doesn't sound good.
They agreed to before free agency because it's a money thing.
Which is fine. Like, honestly,
100%.
As long as before free agency, it's really all you need because that's when the league year starts. So if in the next 2 weeks, it's
right, 100%. So then, what else has happened? You guys lost the home game by going overseas.
But it was the extra game, though.
We know that, but the town doesn't.
That was the only way it was going to happen because they legitimately, I think I said this on the show, that they give that excuse that they need all 8 home games to make money. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, the town would go under. Vin would be down 300 and whatever amount of money.
I'd be down $300 for nothing.
It's so insane that one of the flagship franchises are run like this, and they're a perennial playoff team, and one of the best franchises in the league. It's really insane.
Only 2 rings in 30 years with 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
And it's not even the team. Like, the team said during COVID they could run the team for 5 years without fans. The town is like, they need travel and they need this and they need
all the traffic lights to go out, Danny, if they don't have a home game.
Great. What are they gonna do if they don't sell all the butcher meat? I mean,
I can't wait whenever that day comes when we go.
You know, because we've been talking about it, that the Giants are going to London to play the Packers.
That would be so shitty.
You know that because we've talked about it.
I was just talking to a guy at work,
and we've talked about it.
But you're gonna go to Green Bay twice, Vin?
I don't.
No,
I think I'm only going.
You wanted to go to Cowboys.
I know, but I think I'm only going once. It's gonna be one of.
Has a better chance of being a December game.
It's gonna be Giants, Jets, or Cowboys. Whatever game
Jets too.
Fits best in the time frame. Whatever.
It's
probably gonna be the Jets, to be honest.
It probably will be the Jets.
I feel like the Jets are going to be the early season. They've less than 2 times they played the Jets. It was early season.
It'll be like week 2.
Aren't they coming here this time? I think the Jets come here.
All those games. No, the Jets. We were here 2 years ago, 2018. Because I went with them.
I don't know. McCorkle's going to be there too this year. Then
I don't care. Like I said, it's one of those 3 because then I have somebody to go with, and that's it.
Honestly. It's good. I can see because I'm looking at the opponent list, right? And I'm looking at the home games. And I'm thinking, all right, who's going to be the team that goes with them? I'm not subscribing to their stupid team's news. I got an owner to tell me everything. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking
the Ram game probably gets prime time to be honest.
Right. And they're not going to go overseas. The Patriots have a chance.
Question, is this the Germany game?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
You're not the Germany game.
Oh no, London. Sorry, not Germany.
I forgot who the Germany game is.
They said one of the teams in the Germany game, but I don't remember.
They announced the home teams for all the games this year.
Like I could see the Patriots being the international game because you're gonna get that draw of them and the Packers together. So but then again,
Jaguars, Saints, Packers are in England. The Cardinals are in Mexico, and the Bucks are in Germany.
The Bucks are Germany.
So honestly, I can see Germany, England-wise, New England, the Giants, and the Jets all being options.
Or Tennessee.
I feel like Tennessee has a bigger draw also at home. So that's why I look at these 3 because think about it, these 3 are also on the East Coast. It's easier to travel. So you can get their fans to go to this game too. Who's the extra game? The Patriots are no, you're playing the Patriots. So Tennessee's the extra game.
Right.
Yes, Tennessee's the extra game.
So Tennessee, you get Derrick Henry, you get the number 1 seed from last year. You get a playoff team.
To me, Tennessee is probably because they don't usually do divisional games there. And the other games it's either the Jets or Tennessee, I think. Because all the games, like even the Giants, those are prime, 405, 425 games or Sunday night games.
Right. Or even a Thursday night.
Right.
It could even be a Thursday night. That could be a Thursday night just to get it on TV.
Imagine that ass kicking we're gonna get on a Thursday night.
Yeah, but we'll wear the white, so it's okay. We'll wear all white versus all white because you guys wear all white.
Exactly.
So we'll just all wear white, so nobody knows.
You wear all white, and we'll wear those blue ones that we have, and that's how it'll go.
Oh, okay.
Let's change it up.
That makes so much sense. Because knowing Jordan Love, he'll just throw it to us every time because he'll be like, "Oh wait, we're not wearing white." Listen.
So yeah. That happened.
No, you don't.
We don't want a Thursday home game. Get lost. Stupid new season ticket holders.
Okay.
Rookies.
This is a quick thing.
We do not want a Thursday night home game.
We don't even want Monday nights.
No, you don't. This is a
terrible Wes
side thing that when Wes said Manfred, it just popped into my head that I wanted to bring it up to you guys.
Oh, we're going back to this. You're already done being an owner. Okay, got it.
It's not baseball. It's not baseball.
About him playing golf on the stairs by the thing today? He was practicing his golf.
I hate him more than
the fact that he was laughing during
every
his press
human on the planet. And I think the only person I hate more on the planet just invaded the country for no reason. That's the only one. That's it. I think Putin's the only one above him on the list. I was just thinking about commissioners in general because every commissioner, like people, regardless, the players don't like the commissioner, right?
Adam Silver is like the greatest commissioner of all
So
time.
that was my question. Do I just think people like Adam Silver because I'm not that big of a basketball fan, or do people actually like Adam Silver who are basketball fans?
Danny, you would be the best.
I was asking you, Danny, and Snacks also. That was what I wanted to ask.
Well, there's 4 people watching us, so maybe.
Oh, hi, 4 people.
I got my money on one being my mother and one being Vin's dad.
Is he? He usually would
comment. 2 Facebooks.
With Silver, it seems like Silver, everybody likes him for the most part. He doesn't say or do anything really stupid.
Right. Is he? Do they like him because he's just not the other 3? Because the other 3 kind of suck.
I think so, and I think he also has a mind, and he like actually talks to the whole league. I guess like he came out a couple weeks ago with Kyrie.
Yeah,
I don't think he. I think he doesn't have a lockout or a strike stink on him yet.
Well, didn't he?
True.
Didn't they have?
No, he wasn't there yet.
No, he wasn't. It wasn't him. It was still
Stern.
13, 14, right? I think it was.
But no one really hated Stern either. I don't remember.
No, not really.
You know what I've noticed? What you notice about Silver? Yeah, you'll see him with owners, but you see him talking to the players a lot. Whenever he's at a game, he's always like down by the court. He's
Goodell does that too, weirdly enough. He does get buddy
trying
with
to blow up. Goodell's trying to,
Right. Okay.
Like
so
he did sit with Russell Wilson during the Super Bowl.
That doesn't
count. I'm sure they had
that doesn't count. He's not a player. He might as well be He might as well be a fucking front office guy.
He probably does own the Seahawks, and that's why they won't trade him.
Fuck that guy.
But you know what I mean.
And also, like, you want Rihanna in your Bucks too? If you were Goodell,
it's not Rihanna.
Not Rihanna. It's
Sierra.
Sierra. Goodell he hasn't done anything stupid in a few years, so he's slightly getting there. But the other 2, I mean, Gary Bettman
what Goodell did was really shitty stuff.
Well, I'm saying it was awful things, but it just not a lot has happened in recent years. Right.
And also Goodell was the lockout.
Like Manfred thank God for Manfred if I'm Goodell, because he made Goodell look like, all right, he's not as
Gary Bettman look good.
Yeah, I mean, he makes both of them look so good.
You can't. Nobody makes Gary Bettman look good, but yes, he's better than Gary Bettman. I think Gary Bettman is better than him.
If you're gonna rank the 3 right now, it's Silver, Goodell, Bettman, Manfred.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Manfred got Frank the Tank arrested tonight.
Well, allegedly, he didn't. He got a warning, thankfully.
So
he probably didn't have handcuffs big enough for him and Coach Doug's.
And he's actually lost a lot of weight.
I know, but he's still huge.
He's still a big.
But good for him. I remember running into him before he got Barstool huge at a Met game. He seemed nice.
I ran into him. Oh no, that was Stu. I saw at the hockey game last year.
Steven and I ran into him at a Met game too, but he was asleep in the Piazza Club.
Yeah,
it was a long day for Frankie.
Yeah, it was the Caesars Club before.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever they call that. Whatever sponsors that week. That club this week.
I forgot they named it the Piazza.
I like that it's Piazza now because then the sponsor won't change because it was Caesars and it was Foxwoods and I don't know.
Right. All right. Then it was Foxwoods when I went.
Right. Just keep.
It's still my favorite club. I spend
somebody's still paying
that's the best
for the
one,
Piazza name on it. It's probably Piazza's Winery.
Well, other than the Delta 360, that
other than like the fancy one back there, that's the best normal club you can go in.
Yes.
Right, and you're gonna get that. And the good thing about that club is, if you sit on the bottom level, you get that club. So you go to a hot game in the middle of the summer. That's a good club to go hang out in.
That's where we usually go before the game. Yeah.
You don't get to see the game, of course, when you're in there. That's the only down.
No, you get the Queen's view.
Right, you get the Queen's view, but still, you got enough TVs there where you know what's going on. That was where Vin and I watched Kirk Neuenhuis hit 3 home runs in a baseball game.
Yeah, and I went there. I went to a doubleheader this year, and I went and hung out in there, like at the end of the first game because they were losing, and then like in the middle of the game.
And like if it's like a non-popular game and the crowd isn't bad, you can get a seat in there.
Yeah.
Like a non-weekend game or a non-big game, you could usually get a seat there.
Yeah, definitely. And then Vin, you me and your dad hung out there.
Yeah, that's the like Danny says. He goes there before. My dad's big on going there before too, because you can sit.
It's a good place to just go and grab a bite.
They have better food in there. Like they had,
they have the burgers. They have. It's more spread out, so you get a little.
Yeah, they used to have. I didn't go last year, but they used to have Pat LaFrida.
Right, yep, and they had
regular hot dog.
Fun fact,
and they had the pizza stuff.
Burgers are what they use at the UBS Arena.
What?
the Pat LaFrieda burgers are what they use at the
Oh,
hockey
okay.
arena. I got the burger at the last home game
Yeah.
because Devin ate it one time and it looked delicious. They flatten 2 patties, grill them, basically like burn them.
Like an actually decent burger.
Yeah,
The hot
cheese.
dogs at the Garden are, I'm not hot dogs. The hamburgers at the Garden, there's this one spot, the 100 level. I've had a couple times, and they had the English muffin bun.
Yeah,
that was good stuff.
Those were good. I think I had it at who the hell did we see, Steven?
Kane Brown.
Kane Brown.
Shut up, Snacks. Not all of us
What
get
did
to
he
get home
say?
in 5 minutes to New Jersey.
Oh.
Snacks is too excited right now because AEW's big announcement was that they bought Ring of Honor.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even get a text from Snacks.
Jay just texted me that they bought the big announcement because we were talking about it because we've been talking about the Cody thing.
So that means Ring of Honor. Okay, yeah.
Ring of Honor. Nobody.
Well, Ring of Honor had kind of, I didn't know this, but Jay mentioned
down,
it died basically, right?
Like
they went under.
Right, they basically went under. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it is big
makes
for
sense.
them.
All the names in AEW are basically legends in Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, yeah.
Right.
The biggest thing becomes, of course,
Snacks wants a Thursday game. Fuck that.
Nobody wants to go there on it. Barely like going on a Monday. Sunday nights are even pain in the asses because you got to wait all day before you got to leave because of the stupid 5-hour rule.
What?
Like I just said to Jay, the biggest thing is now they're going to bring in all these wrestlers, but now this is exactly what WWE wants them to get too big, where they're going to have to release so many wrestlers to make room for all these other guys. So now WWE
that may be true. They got a lot of money.
But the thing is with AEW, these contracts aren't the big contracts.
They have
like
guys on their big contracts though, like MGF or whatever, MJF, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
the guy from Long Island. He still has 2 years left on his contract.
Right, and he's still 25.
I don't know, but that dude and that family has a lot of money. So
yeah, but his brother also partly runs WWE. So eventually, they're all just going to join forces. And
I forgot Khan's brother was WWE.
He's Vince's left or right hand. Oh yeah, Vince is on McAfee tomorrow, right? Do we have a time? Is there a time for it? Or
I haven't watched or listened to McAfee in years.
He's on it's like 12 to 3 is the show, so I don't know what time Vince is going to be on, but sometime in that time.
I've been home this week, and it was pretty cool to McAfee. Nope, that's not it. Just kind of take the TV and put why can't I find him on Twitter? At McAfee.
It's whatever the Aaron Rodgers time slot is, I'm sure.
Yeah, his changes, that's the key. It was kind of cool to just kind of put it on the TV and just kind of let it play.
I mean, they're good, but I just don't. I mean, I don't listen to them.
Oh, I don't listen to them on the regular. No.
The thing with that rumor, I don't buy that rumor.
What rumor? You gotta be a lot more specific.
I was leading up to it, obviously. Oh. The rumor of him wrestling Vince McMahon at WrestleMania.
So
that makes no sense at all.
So it doesn't. But what's going to happen? And it's. I sent you the clip. It's going to.
Yeah, but that was such a fluff piece. That was that meant nothing.
If you're telling me that they want to set up a rivalry and they're going to put it on the Pat McAfee show instead of putting it on the WWE show that Pat McAfee's on.
Yeah, because Vince doesn't want to be a part of the shows. I don't know, something like that.
But then be on the biggest show.
And then just be on the biggest. That doesn't make any sense. If
they're going
to set up a rivalry, it's going to be on an actual WWE show. You would.
So it looks like Vince will be the main segment in the final hour.
Okay. So that's like between 2 and 3 o'clock.
Like I don't see McAfee of
McAfee
all the people.
Announced Twitter today. Interview McMahon on show will begin at 2 o'clock.
There you go.
Like, I don't see, of all the people they choose, why would it be McAfee?
So they're struggling to sell tickets, shockingly. So.
And Pat hasn't actually wrestled.
Well, you know me. I love Pat McAfee wrestling-wise since he's always mentioned that, 5 years ago. So
he did it on NXT, so that's why they know they can just.
No, I know. He
Vince said he doesn't.
Oh,
I had never seen him
fought
actually
twice with Adam
do
Cole.
anything. Okay,
Yeah,
and he's done backflips, and he's actually obviously he's
okay,
an athlete.
But could he handle a match by himself?
No, I don't know. He had Adam Cole help him out the last.
Yeah,
Okay,
so that's why you
okay.
give him Cody, because who else is going to be able to help him other than Cody?
But you said Vince McMahon versus him though.
That's what you're saying.
The setup's going to be Vince versus him, and then Vince is going to be like, "You really think I'm going to fight you? I'm too old to be doing this. I'm going to bring in somebody else to do this."
I don't know. I wouldn't sign Cody Rhodes to a big deal and then use him for Pat McAfee. I'm sorry.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Unless it's part of the, unless this is what, because the report came out that Rhodes' biggest beef with WWE was that he wanted to take on Dusty's role. He wanted to start taking on his dad's role, which is the producer. Which they didn't give him, which is why he left. Which is why he left, because they gave it all to Triple H, and of course Triple H brought all his guys in. But now that, Triple H can't do anything because, heart problems from health. Air quotes.
Right.
Not steroids.
I don't know. I don't see, because let's put it this way. McAfee is basically gonna be commentating for 5 hours of whatever night they do it, because usually it's a SmackDown night and a Raw night. Right? That seems to be what they did last year. And the year before.
Last year, it was like mixed. It was like
it was like a good mix.
Matches each. It was like a good mix. One of them had a little bit one more.
Like
I
one
think it was
night,
like 5 nights.
Like the main
I think it's 5 each
one.
night. I think it was 5 each night, and then one gets 3 and one gets 3 the other night.
Yeah, and the main event is that one particular show, whatever, Raw or SmackDown. So I don't know. I don't see McAfee fighting Vince McMahon at WrestleMania.
Which you already know is going to be Reigns and Lesnar on the second.
Sure.
Night, so
yeah, they already showed the promos.
Did they? I didn't see they announced it. I know they've been announcing a couple of them. I know they're fighting.
And they haven't announced any other Hall of Famer than Taker, right?
Did you see me and Snacks going at it on Twitter?
There's a mystery.
Should be no
one,
other
right?
else.
No, and he's right.
Isn't there
he better buy his ticket right away then, if that's the case.
Didn't they say there's like a mystery one or something? Or was that Taker?
The only one they've announced so far is Taker.
Oh, okay. So they're all a mystery. Okay.
I mean,
whatever.
We all agree it's Vince. We all agree that it's going to be Vince.
If there's anybody else to put on,
Kane, obviously.
No.
Well, no, for his induction.
Oh, to induct him, yeah. But if there's anybody else you can put on, put his wife. His wife had a nice wrestling career.
Did she make it yet?
She's not in there.
Okay. That makes sense then.
There you go. Making his wife. And that's it. Because
they should have Lesnar do the speech for him.
Bubba Ray Dudley was on some podcast. I don't know what podcast he actually does. But he said that if you accept going into the Hall of Fame this year because of the fact that The Undertaker is being put in, you are the dumbest person ever, or don't expect to ever get in again. That's basically what he said. Because
if they invite you, it's weird not to say no. It's not your choice.
I was going to say, I just remembered they put Paul Bearer in. That would have been another good one if they didn't.
Yeah, they already did him.
They did. They did it the year he died, right? I think it was.
Maybe the year after, because Taker did something.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I don't remember exactly what
you I was at that Mania. I don't remember them doing something other than the end of him doing the urn thing. That was it.
Well, wasn't that the year Punk? It was him and Punk, right?
Right.
That was the Jersey one, right?
And that was the whole angle they took it.
That was a good match.
That was really good. Then I left.
Did you?
Why didn't I watch that WrestleMania?
Yeah, I didn't stay for Rock Cena.
By the time Taker got to the ring, it was 3 a.m.
I legit looked at my cousin. I'm like, we're gonna get home before this match ends because we're leaving. Okay. I took my giant game method and we booked it.
Which Rock Cena match?
Snack says Rock Cena was the worst match.
But which one?
The second one. The second one.
I know that was when you were at, but he could be talking about the first one.
No, but didn't Rock
we knew Cena was gonna win. We knew Cena
but Rock got hurt in the match, didn't he?
Right. So I missed nothing.
Right. It wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, I go to my cousin. I'm like, we saw what we needed to see. Do you trust me? He goes, yeah, sure, let's go. I'm like, let's go.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I wasn't gonna miss the chance to see The Rock in person.
Yeah, that was the only thing I regret, but I didn't because I knew I was gonna get stuck.
To me, it didn't matter. I took the next day off anyway, so it didn't matter what the hell time we left.
Oh, you went?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until next year, it was the last time you're ever gonna see him. Because next year's in LA, so
I didn't book out of the second one, but the Becky Lynch one, I should have left. But
the fact that match didn't go on until 12:30.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a long day.
And if I remember,
and
honestly, after the Kofi win, you could have left and then
right,
home
that was like halfway in the show, and it was like a complete another pay-per-view.
Which is good what they started doing
the 2 days.
I mean, it stinks that it took COVID
to
happen.
It was absolutely painful. I'm like, I just want to go home, man. Because you're there because we tailgated for a little bit. And then we went in for the pre-show because that's when they did the Andre the Giant with Colin Jost and Michael Shea. And then they had now it's cool, but at the time it was that's right, Snacks. That was cool. That was the other highlight of the night.
Wasn't that also the night that what's their names? The Hometown Boys won.
Yes.
Buddy
Cardona and what's his face? And what's his face wore
Buddy Murphy
colors. So that was cool.
Yeah. Buddy Murphy, right?
No, that's Matthew. The hell's his name? He's a big Meth fan. Why can't I?
Come on.
Myers. That was his WWE name.
Right. So he actually just joined AEW last week.
The fucking what are their names? The Major Brothers. That was like one of their original names, right?
Well, their thing was also how they were good friends and like they were both on long losing streaks, and that was the end of the losing streak was winning the belts. Their home.
That was the weird thing as well, Steve. The Jets, they had the Jets stuff up that night for whatever weird reason, but
I don't remember that. What I do remember.
No, it doesn't matter. But I just remember him.
Jets need to sell tickets somehow, so why not have him up during the wrestling event?
He had Jet pants on. Myers had Jet colors on because he's a Jet fan.
So. Right. Well, he was at opening day one year when we sat with the 7 line, and people just come taking pictures with him, and I was like, I don't know who the hell that is. And then I saw his face. I was like, oh, okay.
Snacks. I actually forgot about the Thugonomics.
So
that was the highlight of the night.
You want a fun Matt Corona, whatever his name is?
Cadona, yeah. He's on right now. He is on a heater right now.
So was on Long Island this week and won a championship on Long Island. So his original indie wrestling, one of the guys who sits with the Blue and Orange Army, his name is Adam. His name is Big O in wrestling.
Okay.
He won their Joker Battle Royal, and then before the Battle Royal, Cadona came out, returned for the first time in like years to his original independent, to an open challenge from the guy who won the belt that night, and won the belt. So now my buddy Adam actually has a title shot versus.
That's cool.
Wow.
And it's going to be on Long Island, so I'm going to find out when, and I'm going to let you guys know if you guys want to go.
Yeah.
They're usually done by like 10 o'clock.
The last time you and me went to an indie show, that was fun.
Well, that was also in the city. This one's going to be in like Farmingdale.
Right.
We're not. Danny and I trying to find a place on Brick.
Oh, God.
No, because we went to go see my cousin. And
right. No, we went to see his cousin. Does he still do it?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. I was just gonna say I haven't seen him in a while.
Thinking of terrible Matt. That WrestleMania. It was 2013, right?
Well, which one are we talking about? The first.
The one that you went to was 2013. Yes.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's 10 years. I mentioned that to John a couple weeks ago.
Crazy. Fandango.
He won
Fandango's debut against Joe.
Right, and that guy was like dangerous to wrestle against. That was the thing. That was electric, that whole thing. But he was the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my life. I felt so bad for Jericho. He's got to carry this motherfucker for 10 minutes.
But
that really wasn't a bad WrestleMania. Looking back,
it really wasn't terrible.
If you really want to think about what was the best part about it, now it's WWE Legends Summer Rae. That was how she debuted too, for the Fandango.
Right.
Then
the next night at Raw, that was the famous.
Right, everybody was doing
the dancing thing was electric, but he stunk, which is probably why he didn't last.
And then it wasn't it
Tyler Breeze.
Wasn't it Team Hell No? Who Team Hell No wrestle?
Which one was this? WrestleMania. What was the
It
number?
was 2013. It was March of 2013.
It was 29.
April.
Right. It was 29 because the next year was Taker's first loss.
Yeah.
Vegas. And then I think it was
New Orleans, Danny.
New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah.
It was Brock versus Triple H, right?
So let's see. I
don't think
and Del Rio and it was Del Rio and
defeated Wade Barrett for the IC title to start. The Shield beat the Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus.
Right.
Mark Henry
Big
beat
E and Dolph
Ryback.
Ziggler. Yes, Dolph Ziggler. Okay.
Team Hell No, Big E and Dolph Ziggler. Yes, that is right.
I remember Dolph Ziggler doing.
Fandango Jericho, Del Rio versus Jack Swagger.
Yeah, and I remember that because Jack Swagger got in trouble with DUI or something, so he did not have an intro. So he just came to the ring. Snacks, you remember that?
I completely forgot Triple H and Lesnar were in the middle of those two matches.
Yeah, that was actually a really good
blocked
match.
That out of my mind.
That was a good match.
A real shame they didn't let Triple H lose that match. If he lost, he would have had to retire.
I completely
could have prevented all these heart issues.
Now that I'm thinking back, Danny, you might have been right because I literally remember nodding off during this WrestleMania. I guess I woke up, but because I remember The Rock, like I remember Cena winning, I remember the end, and I remember Taker Punk, but I guess I fell asleep during that match.
I thought you were at it.
I was there, but I still literally remember nodding off in my seat.
Yeah, because you've never nodded off at MetLife Stadium, Danny.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I went with Matt.
You got me.
And yeah,
the last Mania, that was me, man. I was so grumpy. It was so bad.
Well, that was good. Well, again, like I said, it's good that they switched it to 2 nights now.
Oh, the 2 nights.
Would you
so much
do it
better.
again now that it's 2 nights, Danny? Because I know you've said no in the past due to the 1 night. Would you do it again now? Now it's 2 nights.
Do you have to
buy
tickets
to MetLife back-to-back nights? I
don't know if you have to buy both nights.
You
I don't
might.
remember.
No,
I know Jay went to both nights last year, but I don't remember. I think it was COVID. I think the COVID thing you had to buy both nights. I think because of COVID you had to buy.
Snacks. What do you have to do? Because you're looking on going.
Right. Is it 2 separate things or is it a?
I'm assuming it's one per night.
I would assume that they give you some sort of package deal if you want to do both nights.
But I think you could buy 1 night if you wanted to.
I'm sure of it. I swore off wrestling
because I remember Jay said that last year because of COVID restrictions, of course, because it was early part April. He had to buy. It was either like a group of 5, or a single.
He sat by himself.
Right. Oh, I think he took his son Saturday night.
Right.
I think the little guy went with him Saturday night. Damn, I wish my buddy Jimmy was available right now. WWE WrestleMania tickets.
But they have.
You could buy one if they have package for both. So, like we said,
makes sense. All right, no, like
I know they do. I know they do.
I swore off going to any wrestling event after that, and then thankfully I didn't go to any. But after that night, man.
I may do. They have okay, yeah, could buy one for one.
And I like going to Raws and stuff, and I like going to house shows.
A couple of people asked me if I wanted to go Saturday after the hockey game.
I kind of faded
the Garden
after that
Saturday
WrestleMania
night.
that we went.
Yeah,
like I don't think I've gone.
It takes a lot out of you.
The Garden is this Saturday night, and Ronda and Brock are both supposed to be wrestling. So
that's fun.
I faded.
I remember sitting
on it in general.
I remember getting good seats. So a friend of mine got good seats. And it was like before Roman became like legit Roman. Like he was still with the Shield when they finally broke away, and it was really cool to see him like work on stuff. That's why I've always liked Roman from that house show. It was pretty cool.
Other thing was, it's funny. This Saturday is not even on StubHub for WWE. It was on Ticketmaster.
That's a shame that they don't have more like pay-per-views at the Garden and stuff like that.
There was also a
but then again, they changed the whole thing, so the middle entrance is not there anymore.
Right, it's not the same. Sucks. Well, WrestleMania 20 when they were coming down that stage wasn't terrible. They had the long stage. No, they had the long stage. It wasn't on the side.
No,
anymore.
it was the middle.
Nope.
I saw it today.
Nope.
Are you sure about that?
Yep, Taker's return. Taker's return and Punk was one of the guys holding the flames.
I thought it was the middle. All right.
Also, I'm telling you right now.
Because wasn't that Cena's return at the Rumble was at the Garden, wasn't it?
Yes, the Rumble.
And that was the
there
short
was two
one.
Rumbles. They were right
side.
in the middle there. They had that side entrance.
Yeah, because I remember it's the ridiculously short stage.
Right, but
because that was where the main
stage.
Entrance used to be.
Right.
That was the biggest. That's the biggest drawback from the redone Madison Square Garden.
Right, it's not the same anymore. Now you have, because what was cooler than, I don't know if Vin remembers. Danny, remember the Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys at Royal Rumble 2000. It's swantons off the car,
right,
in the table match,
right.
And then I was playing the other night WWE 2K16 because they had that Austin showcase that I loved so much.
Those showcases were good. I remember that.
WrestleMania, and I got up to the point of WrestleMania 18 or 17, whichever one was using. Still the greatest video package of all time. I went back.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
The My Way Austin Rock rivalry.
That was high school. That was 8th grade for me.
That was also the match that they had to take the belt off of Rock because nobody knew he was going to do Scorpion King.
Right.
He had.
And then I saw today was the 24th anniversary of Mike Tyson. Kind of crazy.
24?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, man. They don't even mention his name in the game. I was at that point the other day, and I was like, the Enforcer on the side of the ring. The Enforcer on the side of the ring. I'm like...
And it's Tyson, yeah, I remember that.
Why don't you just say Mike Tyson?
They probably have to get his likeness or whatever to be in the game, technically.
Yeah, that's true. Rangers are winning 1-0.
By the way, I was right.
No, you weren't. I don't know what you're right about, but no, you weren't.
I'll send it to you right now.
Oh, off the air. Finding out he's right off the air about something.
I see a photo right here with Brock, Goldberg, and Stone Cold. Unless that's just a sign.
That's just the sign.
Okay. That looks like an entrance to me.
WrestleMania
oh no, there's 20. A wall there. I don't know.
Ready?
Here, show it. What do the people think?
I mean, it looks like there's a table there, Danny, blocking the thing.
Oh, there is a table there. Yep, you're right.
There's a sidewall.
Yep, I was wrong. Stand corrected.
But it is that's the entrance, right? That's what it looks like.
Yeah, all the other ones used to do that.
I think that they set it up so it looked like there was going to be an entrance there, but there really wasn't the entrance there.
That really.
So here, see, there's the banners are over.
Yeah, you're right. All right, I'm wrong.
The worst match of all time in WrestleMania history: Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Because Goldberg was retired. Goldberg was retiring, and Brock Lesnar was leaving to go to UFC. So and everybody knew.
I thought you meant they had one like 6 years ago.
That's Survivor Series. What lasted like 12 seconds.
Was it Survivor Series?
Yeah, but that's because neither of them can last in a match.
Right. They were just F5ing and powerbombing that back and forth. There was it was great.
That got the pop, and then it was all over after that.
They were just finishing moving each other the entire time.
Which is crazy because I saw on Twitter somebody was like, they got to make the Roman Reigns Brock match into something big, and I was talking to Jay about it, and we were like,
how many times have we done this already?
You can't really make that into anything because, let's face it, Brock can't last longer than 15 to 20 minutes in a match. And that's
you can make something like crazy out of how many times have we had this match?
Well, I was thinking if you're going to do
4 times, 3 times,
finish it off match, this would be the perfect time to do an Iron Man match.
You're
but
right.
you can't do an hour long.
You wouldn't be able to last. You'd have to get knocked unconscious for some reason.
For 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then come back from commercial and then be up.
I don't know.
Oh, Evan Fournier. I need 14 more points, bud. Son of a bitch.
You know you're going to miss that by 13 points. By 1 point, right, Danny?
The heartaches of gambling.
LeBron, I had Luka and LeBron at 30 points each yesterday. They both ended in the high 20s.
That's
I was like, you fucking son of a bitches.
And then
Lakers are a joke. Talking about
they make the Knicks look normal.
The advantage of the Knicks being so bad is no one's talking about them because of how bad the Lakers are.
Oh God!
All right, Barrett has 19, so that's good. I need Embiid to have it go off in the second half. I need Harden 1 more 3. Maxey, he needs 2 threes. Fournier needs 14 more points, and Embiid needs 1 rebound for my $10 parlay that cashes out huge. Probably not going to do it.
Embiid just doesn't come out for the second half.
That game Sunday was absolutely insane, and I had Embiid. One parlay was 25 points, and the other had 30, and I'm like, yes. But
what did I do? I did one of those parlays. I know the parlay you were talking about. I did one of them on Sunday.
Yeah, and I wimped out and took Harden's assists out. Oh, what a puss!
Which one did I have that got me?
Yeah, I won $30.
Money 76er money line.
Yeah, I did.
Harden 2 3-pointers, 10 assists.
Oh, I didn't have the
30 points.
I didn't have the 3-pointer. I have Maxey and we had Harden 3-pointers. Yeah.
I had $18.29 in my account going into that day, and I won that one. And then I won also Devin Booker 6 assists, Devin Booker 20 points, Mitchell 25. And Gobert 12 rebounds. I had all of it at halftime.
Yeah, if I win tonight,
I won $1.14. I was balling.
If I win tonight's bet, I'm cashing out.
I did something. I did that. I did $50 on the LeBron one yesterday. So whatever. It is what it is. So I sent you guys this thing. We're gonna do this first. We gotta do it since we need things to talk about. We're gonna do this cartoon thing. We're gonna build our perfect cartoon world.
Oh. All right, so do we have to? I was doing this.
$20 is a lot of money.
That's the thing. You could buy the whole top row and for $20, and that's it. And
but see, I'm gonna do Hey Arnold Rocket Power for $10.
So how many shows?
I don't love Rocket Power enough to do that.
I do. Rocket Power was my shit. And then I can get Rugrats and Jimmy Neutron. I get
the fuck out of here.
What?
That's.
I
Doug
didn't love
and
Rocco's Modern Life
are one.
Doug is not $1. That's bullshit. Doug is not $1 show.
No, if anything, Wild Thornberry should have been $1, right. And you could have flipped those.
So, but how many shows do we want to?
I took 2, 4, 5 shows out of this.
5?
Rocket Power, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, Jimmy Neutron, because I watch that movie every time it's on. So Jimmy Neutron's the man, and of course Doug.
I mean, the fact that you don't have SpongeBob in there is embarrassing.
I could live without SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I could live without SpongeBob.
I did not watch really any of the $3 shows or the $2 shows.
The Cat Dog I watched.
I watched Cat Dog and Real Monsters.
Danny Phantom every once in a while I would watch if it was on.
Never heard of that show.
So if I had to pick, I would go Fairly Odd Parents, Rocket Power, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, Doug. That's right. $20.
15, 19, 20.
Yeah, that's my 5.
Danny's looking overspent. Danny's gonna do what Vin did on the other list.
It's gonna be under. I'm gonna have Doug and Rocco's Modern Life.
That's $2.
$2.
Danny's gonna take every show and just make it somehow find a way to make it $20.
Danny's gonna be like, fine, just give me a run of Avatar and I'll go to the bathroom during it or something.
Then I'm going Rugrats and SpongeBob. That's 8, so $10. So
you still have $10 more.
I know. Hey Arnold.
Okay. You got 5 left.
That's it. Actually, I like Cat Dog.
So you're gonna just hold on, and he's gonna walk away with his $2.
Yeah,
Danny's gonna buy a couple Arizona iced teas with those other.
What's the show next to Rocket Power? To the left.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd.
All right. I'll do Fairly Odd Parents.
Now you're over.
No, I'm not. I have 5 left.
He had 5 left.
Oh, if you remove Cat Dog, yeah, then you have
take Cat Dog off by Fairly Odd Parents.
I don't know. I really like Cat Dog, so I'm keeping Cat Dog.
He's giving the money. He's giving extra money.
Yeah, man. I don't need that.
Listen, if his parlay hits, what's an extra couple dollars?
Yeah, Danny went from trying to figure out what shows to spend the money on to throwing an extra $3 in.
Danny's like, don't worry, boys. I got this parlay I'm gonna hit, and I
We're
get the extra
good.
$3. Just wait.
I doubt I'm hitting it with Evan Fournier.
Joel Embiid's buying me the Fairly Odd Parents.
Guy. I fucking hate the Knicks so much this season.
Oh my god!
I learned not to bet on Knick players doing anything.
No, for the most part, there's points. He's been lining it up. So.
Yeah, but it's the nights that you do it is the nights that he doesn't do it.
Of course, fucking
guy. All right, you want to do the giant moment quick?
Yeah, let's do the giant moment.
Hold on, Danny. What are we doing to fix the Knicks?
What are we doing to fix the Knicks? Honestly,
is it Uncle Tibby's fault?
Nah, it shouldn't. Nah.
He needs to go.
It's the team. It's the up top. We've learned it from the Mets. Why are we going agents as general managers?
But why are we hiring defensive coaches and then blowing 20-point leads?
Yeah, that's not good. Get better players, as Snack says. I agree. Me and him talk about every Knick game.
Get better players.
Honestly,
if only it was that easy, the Giants would win the Super Bowl every year.
Honestly, though, let's be real. Other than Barrett and I guess Mitch, granted, me and Snacks make fun of. We haven't in a month, but me and Snacks would make fun of Mitch a lot.
Guess the guy doesn't play any games.
Well, he's been playing really well lately, so I kind of want them to re-sign him.
But even like Fournier was an under the radar signing that has worked out well.
Yeah,
for the most part.
I don't love him though, and it's not because he's got 1 point and a half, but
okay.
He is.
He
what
started
he is.
out well, I guess.
Yeah, he is what he is. Like,
I mean,
but he was our. Yeah, I know you still hate Mitch, but we lessened the hate a little bit, and you could agree with me on that.
I mean, you tried
like
to get...
Obi Toppin. Like I like Obi for what he's worth, but I've never seen the guy hit an outside shot in my life. And like I don't know how he won College Player of the Year. I don't know how.
Yeah, but he also won the worst NBA dunk contest of all time.
Because he dunks, Dan. That's why he won College Player of the Year, because he dunks.
Wait, he was College Player of the Year?
Yes.
Yeah, because he just is crazy athletic and dunks.
And doesn't his brother play on one of the good teams?
I heard his name the
Either
other day.
Duke or Kentucky?
I think it's Kentucky. Because I heard his name the other day. You're right.
Jacob Toppin is the younger brother. Kentucky basketball junior is an elite dunker. Don't worry, Danny. We'll get him too, and they'll just dunk together.
I mean, the obviously real problem with them was that Kemba Walker stinks. But
unfortunately,
well, I mean, when you went in the year and you decided your backcourt was going to be a guy who can't stay healthy in Derrick Rose, and Kemba Walker hasn't been healthy in 2 years, and then we were also going to have a guy who hasn't been good since the fans started showing up at games again.
Yeah.
Well, that's another problem.
Well,
and now you're paying him way too much money.
What are you gonna do? I mean, he stinks.
All right, I put a Twitter.
Okay.
I put a Twitter.
I stopped paying attention. Though, has he gotten better?
Oh,
no. He just gets so random nights that he is
okay,
like,
right?
All right,
I got a notification he scored 30, like I don't know, against the Bulls last weekend.
All right, so
wait, I was like excited because I thought he was at the last year of his contract, but his next year comes up. I forgot about that.
On Sunday, I put out a Twitter poll that didn't really do well, but that's besides the point. If you're a Knick and Met fan, I know your answer is because you guys are bigger Met fans.
Sure.
And I am too.
We'll talk about it honestly.
If the Knicks or the Mets won their championship first, like which one would you rather do? And be unbiased because I know your answer already.
We've already discovered that the world's not ready for the Mets to be good because there's a lockout. The Mets started spending money, and look, the rest of the world is like,
there would be nothing in my life like
lockout and
a World Series.
This city would burn down if the Knicks wanted a championship.
There would be absolutely nothing. The Knicks, again, I mean, we can go back to all the things that have happened. The Knicks had a decent point guard for 2 weeks, and everything stopped.
Right.
He
ended a cable dispute.
There was riots outside the building because they won the first game of the season.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Yeah, that was.
We were bing bonging.
Remember when Snacks thought we were gonna be the Eastern Conference Finals?
I went to work the next morning. There were people still outside the fucking garden at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You were 100% right that there would be absolutely nothing.
I don't know. Mentally, as much as I would love to see the Knicks win, I would die for a Met World Series.
Right. Yes. Us personally, because we're bigger baseball fans, the Met World Series is at the top of the list.
But the
I don't know if
Knicks,
it's at the
man,
top, but the
just
Knicks,
all
it
the
would
pain
be
because
insane.
I've watched since the '90s. It's just like,
you know what it is. Also, like Vin doesn't know what '94 was like for the Knicks.
Do you remember '99?
Even '99.
I vaguely remember Allen Houston and them being good in the finals. Yeah, I vaguely remember.
Arguably the greatest picture in our sports history.
Right.
Is the deep shot of Larry Johnson's 4-point play and the garden exploded.
I remember stripping to I took my shirt off and ran around my aunt's house. I had pants on, obviously. I literally ran around the house shirtless.
Everyone just logged off picturing Daddy naked.
Exactly. I don't remember those things happening.
12-year-old me.
I don't remember those things happening, but I watched like the MSG special and the Larry Johnson 4-point play like 13 times.
Like I remember '97 being heartbroken because, what was his name? PJ Brown suplexes Charlie Ward into the stands, and Starks and Ewing, half the Knicks team, get off the bench. They had the series lead, and they couldn't play Game 6, and then they lost Game 7.
Yeah. And it was '99 also. Houston in
Miami, yes.
Playoff run. Game 5.
We were the Fugazi 8 seed.
8 seed, right? Because that was like a strike or a lockout or something, right? Something happened.
Yeah, we were a Fugazi 8 seed that year.
Listen, Knicks fans believed they had a shot against San Antonio.
No, once Ewing got hurt, no shot, and it was Chris Dudley and Marcus Camby. As much
think
as
about it, if Ewing's healthy, you don't know where
Ewing was so shot by then. It was
yeah, but you still don't know where that series is going at that point.
The peak of my Knicks, I don't know, fandom is like, and it's
Amari
pathetic.
Stoudemire punching in a fire extinguisher.
I was at a Ranger playoff game that night.
It was the stretch.
I was at Rosen's with Tommy Heeman, and then we're like, "Are you kidding?"
It was the stretch where they hadn't traded for Melo yet, but they had Amari Stoudemire and Raymond Felton.
Yeah, that was a fun couple months.
Yeah, and it was like they played a game against the Celtics that was just a very good game, and then Amari hit a 3 that would have won it, but it was after the buzzer.
It was like
it was literally
1 second when it
he took the shot with like 0.3 on the clock, and I was like, that was never going to count, but he still hit it, and it was still exciting. And then they traded for Carmelo, and everything went downhill. Even though they didn't win the playoff series.
The 2012 season was so much fun.
Well, yeah, Jason Kidd, like that was fun.
I literally watched every game that year.
Right.
And I actually went to a playoff game. That was Game 1 against the Celtics. That was awesome.
Which was the year they beat the Celtics?
That was the year they beat the Celtics.
That was the year they beat the Celtics.
Then we lost to the Pacers.
They lost to that team. They lost to the Celtics.
Roy Thibodeau. What was his name?
Roy Hibbert from
Roy
Georgetown.
Yeah, because they lost to the Celtics the first year with that team. That was the punch in the fire extinguisher. Then they lost to the Heat when they had Melo.
Yeah, that was
so bad. That was never going to happen. And then they beat, and then obviously they lost.
That was funny because again, another thing where Knicks fans actually were like, "We have this, we can do
this." They played. We
were so false. Yeah, we won that one awesome game in the regular season, and that got the fake hope.
But
didn't they win one of the playoff games though?
Yeah,
we threw confetti.
2012.
I think it was
12. We lost to the Pacers. 12-13. We lost to the Pacers.
It was 11. Yeah,
11 and 12.
11-12. I think they won Game 3, which was probably at the Garden.
Yeah, one of the games at the Garden. It was 3 or 4.
Yeah, but they didn't get swept.
Game log regular season playoffs. Knicks finished 7th and went 1-4.
Okay, so
they won Game 4. They won.
Okay, so
they just wiped off.
They would have gotten swept.
And Snack says the Knicks would have beaten the Heat if we got past Indiana. I don't know if that's true. My honest question about that, because I don't know as a novice basketball fan, should they have won that Indiana series?
Yes, it was the 06 Mets series against the
Was
Cardinals.
it? It was that level? Okay.
They won every game until like the last minute.
Well, I remember the Pacers being good.
They blew game 1 or 2. I don't remember the
2012, 2013 season.
They blew a big game in either 1 or 2, and it was downhill from there.
Okay, because it was
game 1, and they won game 2, and then all hell broke loose.
Like they lost the series in 5, didn't they?
Yeah,
6.
Okay, it was 6. Okay, I'm surprised it was that much.
Yeah, okay, that was the Pacer team that had.
And if RJ didn't freaking punch what's his face on the Celtics series, we almost blew that series.
That was the year
that series should have ended 2 games earlier if RJ didn't punch what's his face. What was the point guard for them?
For who?
Rondo?
Boston?
No, it wasn't Rondo. It was the other one. Terry?
Jason Terry?
No,
that's the one they. Yeah, because that's the one they traded to the fucking Nets.
Yeah, it was Jason Terry. He punched Jason Terry in the face, and that cost us 2 wins.
By the way, the Pacers had a crazy team that year.
The Pacers, I remember them being a good team.
It was George, Hibbert. It was like their first year of being legit.
George,
and then
Danny
they had
Granger,
that other year of being legit.
That was
Augustine, Gerald Green, Tyler Hansborough, Ben Hansborough, Roy Hibbert, George Hill.
Did that team have Lance Stevenson?
Miles Plumlee, Lance Stevenson.
Right, that was the Lance Stevenson blowing on LeBron or whatever series, the next one.
Right.
What team ran it? Here we go. Barroso was on that. Avery Bradley was on that team for the Celtics. I'm looking at
the one that Knicks beat.
Jason Terry and Courtney Lee were the shooting guard.
Right, because that was the end.
That was the beginning of the end of that.
That was the nail in the coffin of that Celtic dynasty.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, because they were already traded, I think, to the Nets at that point.
I don't think.
I think if I just what I was just looking at.
KG on the team?
No.
Okay, then he got traded already. Yeah.
Barossa, Bass. Oh no, Kevin Garnett's still there. Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
2012, 2013, he was still there. Yeah, I just brought back.
Yeah, they were all there, but they were all washed up. But that was like their last run.
I think they traded them to the Nets right after that.
July 12th, 2013, Boston trades Pierce, Terry, DJ White. First round pick, Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah. So after that season, they traded them. Yeah, because the Nets.
Brooklyn for Bogus, Brooks, Humphreys, Joseph, Gerald Wallace.
The Knicks did they make the playoffs the year after that?
What year? 2013, 14?
The Nets did, though, because they had Pierce and everybody. But that was they played Toronto, and Toronto said, fuck Brooklyn or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. That was the year San Antonio beat the Heat in the finals in 14.
That was the Kawhi one. Okay.
That was the Kawhi taking over, and then the following year was the
Warriors.
They got what's his name? Ray Allen.
Oh, okay. Right. So it was lost to Dallas, beat OKC, lose to San Antonio. And then they got Ray Allen and they beat OKC again?
And they beat San Antonio again.
Oh, San Antonio. Okay.
They beat San Antonio, and then it was all over after that.
Well, he left after that. That was it. It was 4 years.
Right. Their 17 championships he announced at the press conference when they announced it.
Well, he went to college. That's literally what he said was it was college. So he went for 4 years and left.
Don't worry, he's going back to Cleveland. It's all for Cleveland. He's coming back. It's okay.
I can't. I can't. When he's like not good, but somebody drafts his son like 10th overall just so they get him.
But what else are you supposed to say when the All-Star game's in Cleveland? No, the door's closed. I'm never coming back here.
Is that guy still there? Is the GM or whatever who hates him still there? Yeah. Then he's not. It's not happening. Yeah. I thought it was the GM. It's the owner. Then it's not happening. Okay.
Who knows? All right. We know you're ready.
Let's take 30 seconds for this giant moment because
I forgot about this.
This one, because I was wrong to give you a stat last time. I want to stick to moments because it's a lot easier. And this one should be a very easy one. November 26th, 2006, against Tennessee Titans.
Kiwanuka walks away from Vince Young.
The only hard thing about it possibly was that it was 2006, and I was like, "That's a long time ago."
No, once you said Titans,
I know that
Coach
was the
Coughlin
problem.
just screaming at rookie Matthias Kiwanuka, "What are you doing?" And we blow a big ass point lead.
21-point lead. It was 21-0, and they lost 24-21.
Yeah,
it was. When I picked it out, I was like, the fact that
we got to do a happy note one too.
Right.
Then,
the fact that it's Titans
is a good
tough.
one. Jeez. Think want to make us happy.
How
about that time we picked up Scott?
One?
How about that time JPP picked up?
That was a good one, Ben.
I did it, but I did a good one last week where you guys win. And
you actually did 2 last week.
Technically, it was 2, and everything was good. This was a bad one. Maybe we'll
lost
go back
the
to
second one.
Yeah.
What?
We lost the second one.
The second what?
You gave the 2 games. One was a win, and the other one was a loss because of Brad Wing.
Right.
I thought I only gave 1 last week.
No, you gave the Saints game.
Listen,
I did.
Weeks.
You're right.
Remember, guys,
You're right.
It's been 2 weeks since we've done a show.
The Eli touchdown game. That was my other
thing. That was a fun game until Brad Wing blew
Eli's
it.
most touchdowns and Eli's most yards was the theme.
That was a fun game.
Right.
It was the same.
Dwayne Harris was actually very underrated for us for that season.
Dwayne Harris is underrated in general.
You know he still plays.
He does? No, he doesn't.
I don't know if he was underrated for you guys though, because he was actually
he got paid so much. Yeah,
right, he was actually getting paid. Like when he was with Dallas and he was just running around fucking people up on special teams for no money. Then it was
I don't. That was another the Giants just they're so
tough,
awful.
But that's anybody when you get that good at special teams and you're like, we got to pay you something, but you're really not worth it.
My highlight with him was the Cowboy game when he got a kickoff return.
Yeah, literally started the game with a kick return.
Yeah.
No. It was in the fourth quarter against the Cowboys, and it was Matt Castle playing, and all the Cowboy fans like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. You were playing Matt Castle. This game doesn't count." Like, shut up.
Matt Castle.
Same thing Vince says that the game that he went to is just
Beasley
a dream.
muffed the punt. Beasley muffed it a punt. DRC had 1 pick six, but he had 2 picks that game. And then Harris got
remember, Danny, the game
First
where Scott Tolson started didn't count.
Matt Castle has 2 10-win seasons under his belt. Scott Tolson is not an NFL player.
Well, tell it to that Cowboy fan that was very upset that they lost that game.
I mean, it's just a fact.
Remember when Matt Castle was like the next great thing because he played the year for Brady?
No, but then they had a 10-win season in KC because he just threw the ball to Dwayne Bowe every time.
I forgot about that.
I had Dwayne Bowe on my fantasy team that year. That's why I remember.
Right. He only threw the ball to Dwayne Bowe.
Only threw it to Dwayne Bowe.
That was everybody's team. That was everybody's team name who had
everybody
over the Dwayne Bowe.
So he was
who? Dwayne Harris?
No, I'm looking at Dwayne Harris is out of the league, by the way.
Yeah, I figured that.
It was 2020 that he was out. He played 3 games.
Yeah, he played on the Raiders.
He was a Bear.
Didn't he have like a neck injury or something?
I don't remember that.
They're just asking too many questions.
I could have sworn he had a debilitating injury, and that's why you guys let him go. But
it wasn't him.
I think his contract was over, if I remember.
Yeah, I think his contract was just up. He went to the Raiders for a couple years.
Yeah, he was.
Well, we actually utilized him as a wide receiver. We're like, you're making too much money. We actually have to use you as a wide receiver. And Eli used them pretty well that year.
Because he was that extra receiver. You were guarding everybody else, and he was the guy that
he had 36 catches for 396 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Man,
he found 2 of those touchdowns in the New Orleans game.
Yeah,
probably. But then 2016, he had 1 catch for a 13-yard touchdown.
Right.
That was it.
He must have gotten hurt.
I mean, it says he played all 17 games. So
then we didn't use him. Oh, in 2016. 2016 we made the playoffs. So yeah, we didn't really.
They actually got good.
Matt Castle in 107 games went 52-55 in his career.
I didn't remember him on the 2016 team.
Dwayne Harris returned 1 touchdown and 1 punt for 1 kick and 1 punt for touchdown.
Listen, he was the most reliable kick returner, punt returner we had.
I don't remember the punt.
Since the 3
weeks. You remember the punt, Steve?
I think the punt may have been the Cowboy game.
Was it a punt or a kick return? I thought it was a kick return.
It was a punt, but I'm going to pull it up.
Snacks, you do a history podcast.
Yeah. Jeez, next.
Let's see. Kick return.
I help him out enough.
Nope. The kick return was against Dallas, 27-20 win.
But when was the punt return?
Matt
Injury
Castle,
short in 2017. Giants release.
Matt Castle went 17 for 27 for 227 and 3 picks.
Yeah, DRC had 2 of those.
The punt return was in a 23-20 loss to the Jets.
Oh, okay.
That was
what year?
That was
at the end of the season.
Terrible.
Yep.
That was when we choked against the Jets. That was terrible.
That was the Jets were good that year.
Yeah, and they lost in the last
Wasn't
week
that
of the 2017?
season. No.
Yeah,
no,
you were there.
Brandon
Marshall just mossed Prince.
Yeah. It was December 6th, 2015. It was the date of this game.
Yeah, I like to forget that game.
Yep.
Like I said, I've never fallen asleep at MetLife Stadium. Probably one of those days.
Well, it was
a
an
Christmas
game.
tree that after that game, that was the most depressing I've ever got buying a Christmas tree.
It's tough.
That was a terrible day. My friend Mike was there the whole time, and then my other friend decides to leave with like 5 minutes left of the game. That season sucked. 2015, that season was terrible. We had like 5 games that we lost in the last minute.
So remember what's the one Mets classic you guys want to see during this lockout?
Well, the Santana one-hitter was on last night.
Cabrera's bat flip is on right now.
See, and this is not an indictment on Mets classics.
You couldn't pay me enough to rewatch that right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There was absolutely no
reason. The only reason why I loved that team was because I was battling cancer, and that was literally the only thing that kept me alive. That is the only reason 2016 Mets were awesome. That team was complete dog shit. And did you see Ty Kelly tweet last night?
Yeah, he's the last Met to ever get a postseason hit.
Yeah,
good for him.
It's so terrible. That's one thing. Like, people get mad about Familia in that game. Bumgarner could have pitched 17 innings that night. They weren't going to score a run.
I think it was more of Noah not knowing how to pitch and just threw that game.
Well, yeah.
He was awesome that game, but he just ran out of gas.
Yeah.
He ran out of it in the 5th inning. And again, this goes back to the taking out of the DH. Now he goes more innings.
Well, he went 7 innings that game when he threw, like Danny said, he didn't manage his pitches. Because they went to Addison Reed.
But think about it, though. If he doesn't have to hit, that leaves Stanima.
But still, they went to Reed in the 8th inning. Reed
he wasn't economical, though. He was.
They went to their thing. They went to Reed, who was amazing that year, and then they went to Familia, even though the game was tied. They went through the process.
We had no business.
Yeah, there's no reason to watch classic games if it's for one moment. If it's actually a good game, like sure.
They did one yesterday, and I forgot which game it was. That they did like the 60-minute version of it.
That's what they should.
I like the yearbook. I like the yearbooks. The Mets, the fantastic finishes. I watch those.
Yeah.
I can only watch David Wright's fantastic finishes so many times before.
Right. But it's like if I want to watch the Cabrera home run,
between that and the 5 days of Flushing, those are the two I always watch.
5 days of Flushing.
You see Joe and Evan.
That was the yearbook yesterday. That was the yearbook that was on 2015. And I turned it on and yeah, and it was raining at Citi Field, and they were playing the Padres when I turned it on.
That was really fun. I remember listening to that at work, and thankfully my boss was on vacation, and you just hear me screaming, "Fuck!"
All I could think that game was that
I'm like, we better get an outfielder. We need another bat. We need another bat.
Right before the deadline, and I was so. I don't know. I mean, we're dumb brain and we're sick people, but
and then I was at the game that Friday night with Wilmer.
There was another rain delay. So they get 2 people on base. There's a rain delay. They come back from a rain delay. They blow the game. There is another rain delay. And I'm like, they're playing the Padres. And I'm like, if they just stop this game and then Houston Street gets traded in 3 days and we play them later and they don't have a closer, maybe we could win this game. That was...
Yeah, I remember being at
the problem that year was that the Nationals weren't good enough to run away with the division and keep us out of it.
Nationals had like the best. Drew Storen was the best closer in the league for 4 months, and then they traded for Papelbon.
All right, Here's an obscure Met game that I would love to watch on Mets Classics.
Let's hear it, Danny.
Was in 2015 that whole Nat series?
That whole series, the Labor Day
weekend,
series?
that Labor Day weekend series.
Yeah,
that whole series. That was the season right there.
The first game of that series
was the David Wright fist pump. That was on Labor Day.
Fist pump, but they were losing that game because
Wilson
Ramos
they were losing
hit
the
a
whole
grand
series.
slam.
Right,
Yeah.
they were losing the whole series.
Game 2, Cespedes made an error for basically an inside the park grand slam, but then they came back.
Right.
And that was the Kirk Neuenhuis homer game, and then the last one was kind of just a normal game. But again, they were losing because Strasburg was dominating them, and fucking Kelly Johnson hit a home run, and then Cespedes hit a home run because he hit a home run every fucking
Cespedes was red hot that series.
Yeah. Well, that was the series that won it. Like, people talk about the one at Citi Field right after he got traded. That was the one that put it away.
The one at Citi Field got the momentum going.
Right, because they tied for first place in that series, but the Labor Day one put it away. That was the ice.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about that recently. That Wilmer game. Mm-hmm. I was at Graham's in East Rockhaven.
Really?
We just passed.
I remember.
Where? Yep. I was with Dakota and Julia at Graham's, and we were watching.
Because we went to somebody's house the next night. Because I don't remember whose though.
Were we at the game? No,
we went to.
I was at the game.
The fucking party with Matt at somebody's house.
Kuzamanos.
Oh, it was Joe's. Yeah,
it was August 1st. It was August 1st.
I was at that game.
It was the rebirth.
Oh right, it was. No, because we were with him.
Yeah, but that was the rebirth. We left him there.
Oh God, you're right.
Is that kid still alive? Devin,
barely.
Hold on.
Barely
alive.
He started making random comments on things on Facebook, and it's weird. From those years, thinking about how great it was back then, I just kind of went right back. Be like, well, maybe.
All right.
Anyway,
go to this top 5.
Snacks is ready. In honor of the great tweet about how great Mr. Koo is for Snacks. And how excited he is for Mr. Koo to be at Mets All-Timers Day.
I really hope he didn't think we were serious about that. That's all I'm going to say.
No, speak for yourself. I was relatively serious.
Relatively serious?
That moment was awesome.
Listen, to this day, we still yell out whatever it is. Koo.
I watched that moment in the Mets store in Roosevelt Field Mall because we were taking family pictures at the
family pictures
place.
At the Mets team store. You can do that?
No, there was a family picture place across the hall from the Mets team store in Roosevelt Field.
Got it.
So I was I remember this. I'm going to watch the game in the store.
I don't think I've ever bought anything at that store. I just watched Mets and talk.
I used to go there all the time. My dad used to buy
you were taking family pictures at the team store.
That would have been good.
I'm like, there was
that would have at least made the picture excited for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, there wasn't any room for photos. Like maybe you're dressing up as Mr. Met. I don't know.
That would have been great.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so Vin, you have 15 players. Let's go down.
Yeah, we gotta get this going.
You want me to go through the whole list?
In honor of Snacks, we decided to do our top 5 players. We are excited. Now, these do not include
Piazza,
your typical Piazza, David Wright, guys we always see, players that we have we are excited about for Mets All-Timers Day.
I don't think he counts.
I think he does.
I don't know. He may be making a music video that day.
I don't know.
At the stadium while he's playing.
Do you want me to pick? Because I did narrow down a top 5. Do you want me to say the top 5 and then I'll go through all the other nonsense?
Should we start with everybody's 5? Should we do 5, 4? Should we each do 5s?
Yeah. Let's do everybody's 5, everybody's 4, like we used to do, and then I can go off and we can discuss the people I bring up. Because you'll probably mention some of them.
I'm going to tell you now. I already told Vin who his number 1 is, just like I said.
True. Okay, so what's your number 5? Danny, go ahead.
Of course, I didn't really prepare. Number 5, I will
doing
go.
Notes on it last night.
I said I was. I wasn't really doing it. Number 5. Let's see.
I could just go through mine if you don't want to. If you don't want to,
I'll do it. Number 5, I will go Lance Johnson.
Ooh.
Okay.
He was.
I have an idea.
He was a slap hitter who stole a lot of bases in 1996, and I got his bat at bat day.
Yep.
That's the only reason why.
Vin, if we give one of our top 5 later on your list, you have to tell us what number they are later on your list.
Okay, so part of the thing is it was just stream of consciousness. So they're in no particular order after the 5.
Oh, okay, so never mind. Then don't even do that. Okay. So my number 5 was the braces wearing, glasses wearing, stud first baseman, catcher, Jason Phillips. Why?
So bad.
Why? Because I will never forget that Jason and I went to a Yankees Seattle Mariners game, and we were trying to get autographs from Seattle. And I don't remember who we were going for, but we got out to left field, and we got to the fence, and Jason Phillips was their bullpen catcher, and I was like, that guy used to be a Met a billion years ago, so I want him to be a.
In
I want
2003, he hit 11 home runs and driven 58 runs and hit 298, 815 OPS in 400 at bats. He wasn't terrible in that season. Everything else is absolute hot garbage.
I never said he was good. I just said I want to see him at the
because Danny said he was so terrible. I was like, there was definitely some good in there. He wasn't just around for no reason.
All right, Ben. Who's your 5?
Number 5, really just. I don't think I've ever seen him again since his one shining moment. Number 5 is Mike Baxter. I want to see what he's up to.
He was on my list. He was number 4.
Bring him back. Let's just let him go out there.
Does he have a collarbone?
I don't know.
He's from Whitestone.
I don't think you're right. Exactly. So
how do we know he's still there? Nobody knows where he is.
I don't think he. I mean, he definitely played a game after that, but I don't remember any of them. So you said
he
the Johan game was on the other night.
People were super excited for him to come back.
Right, bring him back. He would definitely. You throw that play up on the scoreboard, he'd get a nice ovation.
You know, it's funny. You look him up online, and it comes up with Tim Allen because that's the name that he was in that show that he did.
When you type in Jason Phillips, it says football player first. So I had to type in Met.
So what year was the no-hitter? 2012.
2012.
Rehab in July in Binghamton on the 30th.
I mean, he busted his shoulder. It was a serious injury.
He actually came back that year. He was put on the DL on the 3rd. Went to single A in July and was back in August.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 walks in 9 innings on August 4th.
Great.
And then he was on the opening day roster. He was also the recall guy on August 3rd of 2013, Vin. Was that Fess's party? When David Wright got hurt?
It was probably later in August.
Oh. And then he got sent down for Lucas Duda later that month.
Yeah,
and then he was picked off on waivers by the Dodgers.
I don't know when Festival was, but I feel like it was later in August than the 3rd.
So right now he's serving as the hitting coach and recruiting coordinator for the Vanderbilt Commodore baseball team since 2018.
Like Vanderbilt College?
Yeah.
They have a very good program. That was where the guy who we drafted and then didn't sign went, and along with Al Leiter's nephew, I think, or son. I forgot which one.
Al Leiter's son. His
nephew is already in the league, I think. His nephew is like
Snacks
Mark Leiter.
Snacks is hating.
At least we have numbers for people to wear, Snacks.
You know what we should do? We should do during the off season. And Vin, you don't have to be part of this because you're no fun. Stupid Vin rooting for another team. We should do a Sndpodcast Talking Giant podcast combo where we talk about this, but Giants wise.
Right. You can't. Yeah, there you go. I said it. Fucking Kumar Rocker. Thanks, Snacks.
Thanks, Snacks. Thanks for joining the party.
If you could text Justin and he answers you, I'll give you $100.
Don't have his number to text him, so it's okay.
Okay, well, we have Snacks, so why don't just tell him.
Snacks,
we'd be easier to get a Bleeding Blue over than the Talking Giants.
Anyway,
isn't the
number
same
4. I gotta go to bed.
What?
I gotta fucking get up in the morning. Let's go.
All right,
you're the one with the 15-player name.
You wish you didn't have numbers, Vin.
Because you made the dig about Yankees.
I said the numbers.
No, we like giving out numbers.
No, I like people wearing numbers. Jackass.
We're going to become a team that doesn't give out numbers because we're retiring all of them now.
Yes.
Worst texter ever.
You took my number 4.
Wait, who was the number 4, Vin?
Baxter.
Okay. Danny's number 4 was Mike Baxter.
Okay, and who was your number 4?
Juan Uribe.
Oh, wow. Coke can.
You better bring Coke. They better have all the Coke cans on
bring
the field.
The man back. Did you tell me everybody fucking loved Juan Uribe?
Sons of Uribe.
Yeah. Fucking bring him back.
Vin, this kind of goes with your number 1. Butch
Husky.
Butch Husky. What's that guy been up to since he's left baseball?
Hold on, Butch Husky's your number 1?
Oh, he's my number 4.
Well, that was a good one. Butch Husky. I just remember what's his face? Bob Murphy saying his name. Butch Husky.
You're the last Met to wear number 42, right?
No. Mo Vaughn.
Oh, that's right.
Because he got grandfather.
He was the last player to wear it. No. Besides Mariano, I think he was the last offensive player.
Wow, Snacks, you hear that? He didn't even remember Mo.
Said besides Mariano.
Yeah, no. Mo Vaughn got grandfathered in.
Well, no, I remember.
But Butch Husky had Butch Husky had the number that year they celebrated.
Right. In '92.
Crazy to think it's 75 years, but too bad MLB is not playing during
stupid. If they somehow get a deal done in like a week and they play,
that better be the opening day and like
it is. Our home opener is Friday, April 15th, which is Jackie Robinson Day. So,
well, they make it so every team gets a
I know every team gets a day, but for the 15th is technically like the day.
Okay.
So that would be our
Fournier 3 points. All right, Evan. All right.
Attaboy.
He needs 3 points, or he has 3 points since you told us.
He has 3 points.
That's tough.
12 more points to go.
Number 3.
I'm not getting this. Damn it.
Number 3, Danny.
Number 3. All right, let's see.
Yeah, just
I'm going. Okay. Does Fonzie count? He's not my number 3. You were very confusing.
We said he doesn't. You see him.
You were very confusing.
I don't think he does. Like I would say he counts for this list. They fired him. Like
yeah, but you've seen him. He's come and done giveaways and things like that.
If he comes back to an Old Timers Day, that's a big deal.
All right, this changes my list.
Yeah, but it's also a new owner.
But that's what I'm saying.
Remember, all these guys are
we're reconciling with a guy that we fired for no reason.
It's the same reason why John Tonelli's numbers in the rafters, which it always should have been. He had a bad beef with the ownership.
That's what I'm saying. That's a big deal. I think if Fonzie shows up this year or next year, it's a big deal to me. So that's why I think Danny could say him if you wanted to.
All right, he's not number 3. Number
Snacks,
3
what's happening at the Garden? Jeez.
Bartolo. He's my only pitcher.
Okay. That does count because he hasn't been around. I don't know where the hell he is. So I guess he's home.
I would assume he's still
too busy. He's too busy playing
dealing with his family.
I have a question. Are you allowed to hit an old timer day?
I mean, if he's there, he's.
I think they would.
I
think they would make an exception for him.
For sure, if he's there, he's swinging the bat.
By the way, I asked what's happening in the Ranger game because they started the third period and the Blues scored 3 goals in 2 minutes on 3 straight shots.
Okay.
So the Rangers are now down 3-2. My number 3, sticking to the pitching aspect of it, is R.A. Dickey.
Oh, that's a good one.
I didn't think about that.
I want to see if he's. It's going to kind of say if he's bitter or not about them moving him.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either, but you haven't heard from him. You haven't seen him. There were some reports that they tried to bring him back last year for a game and like celebrate the Cy Young or celebrate the 21 season or whatever it was for a day late in the season that he didn't come back to. But still,
Sure.
That's a good one.
I don't know where he's been. Play with the Braves. He retired in 2018 after free agency. You can't let that guy pitch though. You can't let him pitch that
day. Number 3, guy who's in the news a good amount, but not for us.
Is it Lenny Dykstra?
Shinjo.
Oh,
fucking get him back over here.
But if he's working,
what's Shinjo doing that he's in the
news? He's a manager for a team in Japan, and he's like apparently has very crazy quotes.
Oh my God, okay. Danny, how did you not see this?
He's got in crazy suits. Like he's fucking out of his mind.
This guy.
I don't follow Japanese baseball.
No, I don't follow either.
What
but
else do you have?
It makes
Like you have any other baseball to follow right now?
Twitter because it's Shinjo.
Yoshi man. I'm trying.
You don't have to look it up.
I need to find this for Danny. He's like manager now. Danny, this is how this man showed up for his inaugural press conference. Because this is greatness.
Just look at the swag. Imagine him patrolling center field like that at all times.
He got a lot of work done too. By the way.
I would like to give him a lot of credit for still rocking the blonde tips.
Love it.
All these years later.
All these years later, my guy Shinjo.
You think he has the orange wristbands underneath the suit?
He's gotta have them. God, I'm surprised the suit wasn't orange.
Okay, shout out to Ben for that one. That was a good one.
Number 4.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2. Sorry.
We go down.
Todd Hundley.
Damn it, that was my number 1.
Let him play left field.
He's been.
Was that the one that you texted me that I was never gonna get, Danny?
Yeah, I didn't think I knew you were old enough, but you weren't old enough. So
no,
I didn't
definitely do.
Todd Hundley playing left field is probably the first absurd thing that happened in my Mets life. I'll be honest.
Crazy enough.
Because it was made absolutely no sense. But yeah.
I remember the 96 yearbook or 97 yearbook of the hologram of him hitting a home run.
That yearbook was so goddamn cool.
Talk about steroids.
Right.
Look at him now. It's funny. I saw he did an interview with Howie.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah,
he's been at the stadium.
Look great. But yeah, Todd Hundley.
My number 2, Mike Cameron.
I'm shocked you didn't say Cliff Floyd, unless that's your number 1.
I didn't even put him because I expect him to be there.
Right, I didn't put him on the list because he's around too much.
Fair enough. My number 1.
The number 1 reason, the 2 reasons. 1, Danny, we became famous because of Mike Cameron. We were on TV when he hit that home run.
Right, I forgot.
We were on TV for that one. Sitting in your uncle's seats, and then nobody's seen him or heard from him.
No, they won on a walk-off walk.
Oh, okay.
Walk-off walk.
Got it. No, he had a walk-off home run in a game when they honored Piazza for breaking the catching record, and Pudge was there, and I don't know, Carlton Fisk, I guess. And I was at the game. It's the only reason I remember.
All right, my number 2 is Carlos Delgado.
Ooh, I didn't think about that one. That's a very good one.
So that was my Mike Cameron.
Carlos Delgado.
Granted,
he's more of a Blue Jay, but his couple years, he was great in the 06 playoffs.
Okay. He was great in 08 too. He was the only one not collapsing.
Right.
Should have been a Hall of Famer.
Should have at least been on the ballot for more than 1 year.
Right. He got knocked off in the first.
He got knocked off the first year. My number 1, Steven already said. Well, he said it and he knows. It's Bernard Gilkey. It's my first ever favorite player.
Bernard Gilkey.
And I said the only way he's allowed to show up. The only way that man's allowed to show up anywhere is if he comes on a spaceship in the outfield. You can play the Men in Black song.
You can play the clip on the scoreboard of the Men in Black. It's great.
Did you know that Mike Cameron played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more teams after the Mets?
Really? Wow.
All right. So Cameron collided with Beltran in 2005.
Yeah, in San Diego.
Suffered multiple fractures to his nose, cheekbones, removed from the field on a stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
On the 15th, he got traded for Xavier Nady.
Did he really? I did not know that.
Wow. All right.
That was a good trade.
And fun fact, in 2000... So he broke his face in San Diego and then won a Gold Glove in 2006 in San Diego.
Good for him.
After leaving the Mariners in 2014 via free agent, played his first game back there in 2016. October 31st, he failed a drug test.
Ouch.
Of 2007. He to be suspended positive for the same thing, filing Nefi Perez. January of 2008, he signed with the Brewers. He applied for an exception to use stimulants during the 2008 season, which he said he needed because of his collision with Beltran. The Brewers picked him up. 2009, he hit his 200. In May of 2009, he hit his 250th homer and also stole 250 bases. 20th player ever to do that. 2009, signed a 2-year deal with the Red Sox. And then in July of that year, he was traded. Oh, in 2011. July of 2011, he was traded to the Marlins for cash. In 2011,
he retired.
He was a National to a minor league deal, but never played for them because he retired in 2012. But he signed the 1-day contract in April of 2012 to retire with the Mariners.
Yeah, I mean, that was his team he was...
That was the team he made his name with, so that makes sense. Didn't he have 4 home runs in a game with them?
Yes.
I only played 2 out of the 3 years with the Mets.
Danny, you said Humling was your basically your number 1, right?
Right.
Here's a fun fact. He was drafted by the White Sox. Then was traded to Cincinnati for Paul Konerko.
Interesting.
And then he was one of the players that was part of the Griffey trade.
That I knew.
I have one honorable mention. Well, 2.
My number 1, by the way, was John Oliver.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Well, I thought about him, but he was in that picture.
Yeah, but that's not somebody you see at Citi Field.
No, ever. It's not, but at least he's back around shit.
Yeah, but you and I also talked about that at the game we went to. We went to the first black jersey game.
Right.
And we said, if you're going to honor any players or have players' T-shirts, John Lowood should have been one of the players.
But also, he didn't want to be
He wasn't there on... Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to be in New York in the first goddamn place. He wanted to be in Seattle the whole time.
Well, that was because his helmet was there.
I have 3 honorable mentions.
Let's hear him.
I've always loved Murphy.
Okay. I feel like he's going to be there no matter what.
Yeah, I think he's going to be there.
He was on the press conference.
I always loved Benny Agbayani. I always loved him.
It's a good one I didn't think of.
And then there was another one. Oh, Ray Adonis.
Sure.
I can see Ray. He was at the 9/11 thing this year.
Right.
That's true. But again, I think I thought of him, but that was because he's kind of been around a couple times.
So apparently they have started announcing players, and this list includes Frank Thomas, Ron Swoboda, Yaza, John Matlock, Felix Milan, Mookie, Ojo, and Ojeda, Ventura said he's in. Turk Wendell, Endy, Floyd, and Murphy are all players that are expected to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently Floyd, Ventura, and Murphy were on some Zoom call a couple weeks ago to say that they were all going to be there.
I think the older guys too, like Frank Thomas, an original Met was.
Yeah, it's they didn't say those guys were on the call, but they said Ron Swoboda is going to be there. Turk Wendell has to show up with the necklace, right?
Sure.
Well, yeah.
And
that's the only reason why he's there.
And if he doesn't slam the rosin bag, does it really count as him?
He's got to jump over the line, slam the rosin bag, and do his whole thing. Okay. Honorable mention.
You got to think John Franco's going to be there, right?
Well, yeah, he does. That he's one of the ones that doesn't count. You know, he works for the team.
He's there all the time.
Doesn't he work for the garbage department?
His dad.
So, on the honorable mentions, this is one I texted Danny before, but Omir Santos.
For one home run?
I love that guy.
For one
home run.
I was pooping at the JCC in Oceanside when he hit that home run, listening to it on my walk.
His one, you guys might not agree with, but I think you will. Ty Wigington.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking him.
Get him
because
back.
he if it wasn't for Data Wright, he would still be the Mets.
Exactly. He was.
Listen, if we're bringing Ty Wigington, we're bringing Scott Kazmir in too for the day.
No, fuck Scott Kazmir.
Or Victor Zambrano. Victor Zambrano needs to run out of the dugout.
Finally come back.
They show the video of him running off, and then they show the video of him running out of the dugout to come on the field.
Fellas, my big parlay is 100% not hitting.
Sorry, Danny.
It's okay. It's only $5. So up?
The one rebound?
No, it's going to be Evan Fournier, 15 points.
He only has 3 points in the whole game?
Yep.
I had one that's 2 because it's both like reconciling with people. Fonzie, like we said before, and Willie Randolph.
Yeah.
Okay. What about, if we're talking about reconciling, Wally?
Nah, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
My dad brought this up when they announced it. He does want Lenny Dykstra to be there, just to put him and Ron on different teams. Let's just let it happen.
If Lenny Dykstra shows up, I'm not going.
That's the day you let it happen. Just put the two of them both on separate teams and see if Ron throws at him.
That guy is something else.
I put Mr. Koo on the list. That's obviously not going to happen, but that's just because it started the whole thing. I put him on my list.
Fair enough.
But he has to start at
Jose Valentin. Just because of that one season.
How bad of a rabbit hole did you go down? Oh, all right.
In all fairness, I almost put Eric Valent on for that one cycle.
I hit the cycle. How about this? Here's a name. Paul Aduca would have been a good one.
I don't think he's coming back.
If Rico Bosco freaking didn't, he would still be working for Barstool, I'm sure.
Probably.
Might as well bring the whole 2016 back.
You could. Speaking of the 2016,
except for Aaron Hellman.
Julio Franco.
There's no way I want Aaron Hellman ever to show his face in Queens again.
Never. Okay, so I'm going to go quick. Julio Franco, because everybody loves Julio Franco.
Who doesn't? He still plays, probably.
I think he does. Okay, so you guys should remember this guy. Bubba Trammell. Do you remember that guy?
Oh, my God.
Outfielder. He was on the 2000 World Series team.
He was. This might, I don't know, it's not controversial because, like, whatever, but he did kind of suck. I always liked Mike Pelfrey.
If you're bringing him back, then you have to bring... Can you have Johan Santana and Philip Humphreys walk out together?
Philip Humber? Yeah, sure.
Just have the two of them walk out together with Scott Gomez, because Scott Gomez is going to be there.
Scott Gomez plays hockey.
Not Scott Gomez.
Carlos Gomez. Carlos Gomez will be there.
Have the three of them walk out together.
Dwayne Sanchez. Again.
But don't let him take a cab.
Don't let him take a cab to the game. These are all very personal. And this one, one of my
all-time... got to be there then.
One of my all-time favorites, Rick Reed. That's the end of my list.
Did I ever tell you about the time Rick Reed threw a baseball to me? Well, technically to the kid 4 rows behind me, and he missed it, and it rolled down the Shea Stadium stairs to me, and I picked it up.
And you didn't give it to him?
I actually missed it, and my dad got it.
You're a terrible person.
And then, I don't know where that baseball is, but Livan Hernandez's autograph is on there. Maybe he'll be there. You think he'll be there?
No.
The Hernandez brothers.
Yeah, we got to bring both of them. We can bring both of them back.
If anybody's coming back, it's El Duque. He was at least on a good team. Livan Hernandez was on like the 09 team, I think. That everybody got hurt.
Mike Pelfrey should come back just because he is the first Met starter to ever pitch at Citi Field.
That's true. I always kind of liked him. Like as a guy, he wasn't that great, but I always liked him.
Here's a good name that nobody brought up: Jeff Francoeur.
Sure.
He's a Brave.
He is. Yeah.
Listen, it's going to be okay because Freddie Freeman's going to be our starting first baseman when baseball comes back. Then we can bring all the Braves players back too.
I think that'll do it for the night. The Freddie Freeman talk.
No Freddie Freeman talk for this night?
No, not
well,
tonight.
That does include. I hope Snacks very much enjoyed our list of how great New York Met baseball history.
Right.
No, I don't. Snacks.
Oh, that was goaltender interference, so that's going to come back. Anyway.
All right, boys.
Anything else, boys? Enjoy the combine this weekend, everybody. Unless something drastic happens in baseball, I don't think we're going to have a show next week.
Okay.
Maybe Danny will do something for the combine.
What am I going to say? They're running really fast in underwear. Awesome. I got nothing.
Danny, please record a show. Just
and name it. Fast guys in underwear.
And post it.
Record a show that says, "Love me a fast guy in underwear."
Look at this offensive lineman just jiggling in a tight shirt.
Listen,
Who
who was
the guy that busted out of his pants? His junk just plopped out.
I don't
The
know.
middle
I don't remember that one. But
no, I do. He didn't bust like it wasn't like naked butts, but he like ran out of the.
I thought his balls popped out.
Andre Smith was the guy whose tits just bounced everywhere. Smacked him in the face.
As a guy with man boobs, man, I felt this pain.
We all felt that from where he was running. Is this the year they're starting a second combine, or no? They're talking about that for next year, right?
Next year, I think.
Where they want to do a second combine.
All right.
So, by the way, speaking of random places, McAfee brought up the other day the draft possibly going to Green Bay. Finn, did you put your vote in that for your ownership stock?
No, I'm still waiting on the paperwork.
Finn, by the way, we need to do the episode we or just in general video of make that questionnaire.
Oh, sure. I'll wear a tie and everything.
Oh, we're doing a press conference?
Yeah, we need a press conference.
Okay. We'll figure out a date where we can invite. We're allowed up to 8 more seats. Well, I think it's 9 more seats with Danny. Because we have 2 hosts and a guest. So I think we have 9 more seats available. We could try and get like snacks and Wes on here, and we'll get a bunch of people to come on and start asking press conference questions.
I'm not ready.
Official introduction press conference.
There's gonna be a lot of no comments.
What's gonna be your trigger word?
Rodgers. When he leaves.
Depends on how the off season goes.
No, you're gonna say it like 30 times, like in the press conference.
Oh, well, like what's my go-to?
Adams. Because he has like 12 of them on his team.
I'm sure I have a clutch word. I just don't know what it is.
All right, yeah, okay. All right, we gotta look at the tape. We gotta look at the tape, make sure we're playing hard. You know, we're just looking at the tape.
Yeah,
gotta look at the tape.
Day.
At the end of the day,
we'll have to contact some people for negotiations on this press conference.
Like, it was so bad. Dabold's combine interview, Giants.com. Like, if you listen to like their podcast version or the video, he was chewing something and he was the whole time. It's like, this is terrible. Poor guy.
All right, boys.
All right. See you guys later.
Night, guys.